I wanted to provide an explanation for the records that I have posted on my website, mybackyardswamp.com. These are the GPS data records that I requested for Officer Nathan Lynch from Port Orchard Police Department, badge number 734. You'll recall he is the officer that I have security video of him pulling into my driveway of my private residence out of his jurisdiction while I'm not home. I did request his data, and here's what we got back. GPS data requested for Officer Lynch, Port Orchard Police Department, number 734. After several months of getting the runaround, Kitsap 911 CENTCOM finally provided us with the GPS location data they claim is for Officer Lynch. The unfortunate news is the records are not Officer Lynch's, as far as we can tell. Not only are there two completely different GPS data sets that they provided us, and neither of those are correct. They both show a graveyard shift, but they also, Kitsap 911 provided us with unit history reports, which seem to have been altered. We know that Lynch works swing shift by mobile computer terminal logins that we got from Kitsap County Administration and the Port Orchard Police Department officer shift schedule, and also by the fact that we see him on the duty driving around in his squad car all the time during swing shift hours. We gave Kitsap 911 CENTCOM the benefit of the doubt. We did request a whole lot of records, and we pointed out what may have been an innocent error, telling them, we didn't believe these records were accurate. They responded that it was not an error, and they had destroyed the records, and they don't have them anymore. And I don't think they're supposed to do that. But take a look for yourself. Maybe we're missing something, and by all means, please tell me if you see something that I've missed. Here we have the mobile computer terminal log, and I have extracted a handful of dates, March 5th through March 9th, for all of these records that I'm going to show you, because we know we have the video from the security camera showing that he was here those dates. So the records that were provided should also show that he was here those dates. This partial MCT log on the left was provided from Kitsap County Administration. I believe it's the one reliable record. And Port Orchard Police Department, I already explained, they provided us with the shift schedule spreadsheet, which is not 100% accurate. The office manager told me that she created it from what she could remember in response to my request for the record. So because of that, I call it the memory log. And regardless, it shows Lynch working primarily a swing shift, which we know is true. So over here, let's take a peek. I'm going to explain this to you. So 13/11/59 is just after 1 o'clock in the afternoon on March 5th is when Officer Lynch logged on, and then he logged off on March 5th at 22:29 or 10:30 p.m. that night. Then on March 6th, he logged on 12:42 in the afternoon and logged off at 22:34, 10:30 p.m. that night. March 7th, 1:14 to 10:37. March 8th, just after 1. And I don't have a log out here. It's okay. We'll move on. Just keep those hours in mind, roughly from 1 to 10 each day, March 5th through March 9th. Below here are the AVL GPS data logs that Kitsap 911 provided. This data shows the officer's sign-in and sign-out time. It was explained to me that once he signs into his MCT log, then his GPS data is automatically sent to CENTCOM servers. which is where they pull these records from. So you would think that they would match. For March 5th, okay, on the left side of the screen are records that I received in a batch on October 10th, 2017, when I had requested only Officer Lynch's records. On the right side of the page is a batch of records that I received on February 8th in a batch that I had requested all the officers' GPS records. And so it's a duplicate of Officer Lynch's, and they should be the same, but they're not. This first day here, this is all I got. Keep in mind that all of these days, the records are in excess of 150 pages. So what I've done is I've only pulled out the login, logout times, or start and end times of the logs so that we can compare the shift start and end times. So on the left side here, the October 10th drop, March 5th, don't really have much. We're going to go down to March 6th, where this officer logged out, got off duty at 6:29 in the morning, and came back to work at 21:03 or 9 o'clock at night, where he worked through the night to March 7th and logged out at 6:33 in the morning, and then reported back for duty 21:19, just after 9 o'clock that night. He worked through the night of March 7th through to the morning of the 8th, where he got off duty at 6:35 a.m. and reported back again at 21:24, just before 9:30 at night. This is a graveyard shift. Looking over to the right side of the page for the records that were dropped on February 8th, the officer logged out at 1:14 in the morning and then reported back for duty on that same day, March 5th, at 21:18, just after 9 at night. Worked through the night, got off duty at 6:11 in the morning and reported back again at 21:16. Now see, these are supposed to be the same. Even if they're the wrong shift, they should at least be the same. They're not. It's clear that they're not for the same vehicle. So again, working through the night, getting off at 6:15 in the morning, reporting back for shift at 21:34, 9:30 at night, working through the night to 6:19 in the morning, logging off, coming back at 21:32. So I don't know what to say about all that. Here's the first page of 3 unit history reports, and these don't match any of the other information either. At least here they got Officer Lynch's, this is archive unit status history by officer 734 Lynch for March 5th through March 9th. LN means log on, and he started at 13:18, 1:18 in the afternoon, which at least that's right because we know he works a swing shift roughly from 1 to 10 each day. We go down here to another officer's status history report, and we see Officer Wofford, Eric Wofford, number 715, the beginning of his shift information. But then he's also listed as Officer 727. So now we know that's not Officer Wofford's number. But why are the records not accurate? Hey, thanks for your time. I hope that's clear. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you see something that I've missed, if somehow these do all tie together and make sense to you, please let me know that as well. I appreciate your time. Thank you.